My legs are gonna be so dead after this. Oh, they're going numb. Pins and needles. Hello, welcome to another Thread Daily. My name is Sophia. I'm the style and beauty editor here at Thread, and I'm going to talk about where we are in the ongoing fight against fast fashion. Now, although the number of people shopping consciously has soared in recent years with Gen Z at the helm, fast fashion's demise isn't nearly as tangible as we may have initially assumed. During the last 18 months, we've witnessed a variety of headlines grace the likes of newspapers, fashion publications, and business journals around the world touting the death of fast fashion. From Gen Z's shopping habits could spell the end of fast fashion, to Gen Z is leading an evolution in shopping that could kill brands as we know it, there's been no shortage of information about the potential demise of a sector renowned for its negative impact on both people and planet. Though there is of course method to the madness, these reports are only correct to an extent. As ThredUp's 2020 overview revealed, the second-hand shopping market is indeed thriving. In fact, its total worth is set to hit a whopping $64 billion in the next 5 years, which ultimately will far outpace fast fashion by 2029. Plus, with Gen Z and millennials adopting conscious consumerism more than any other age group, the future sure looks bright. We also saw Forever 21 file for bankruptcy, Arcadia go into administration, and H&M outline plans to close 250 stores worldwide. All seemingly promising nods towards the beginning of the end for fast fashion. It's obviously super reassuring to see data like this amid continued exposure to the industry's dark side, but it does overlook one unmissable fact: that fast fashion, for some reason, is still booming. To start with, despite shocking revelations about malpractice at factories owned by Boohoo last year, which you can actually read about on thread.com, the fast fashion giant's sales actually rose by 45% between February and April last year. Meanwhile, internet searches for cheap clothes and garments under a fiver shot up 46%, which you must admit is pretty alarming. It basically shows that consumers have just turned their attention to even faster, cheaper e-commerce retailers. It's most likely what prompted PLT to sell deep discount pieces for as little as 8 pence during their Black Friday sales. Yes, you heard that right. 8 pence. That's cheaper than a Freddo, and a move that sparked outrage on social media. Obviously, everyone's still salty about Freddos. Moving on. With affordability the primary draw of fast fashion, it does make sense that a pandemic and its onslaught of job losses has fueled a surge in unsustainable shopping habits. But it isn't just those that need fast fashion and insist they can't afford alternatives that are causing the boom. People are still buying into it, even if they have the means to shop elsewhere. So, with the world drowning in clothes and an estimated 10,000 items of clothing sent to landfill every single year in the UK alone, what makes fast fashion so appealing that the interest of consumers without the poor argument isn't being deterred? The winning formula is attributable to a variety of factors. A large number of young shoppers choose to purchase from fast fashion e-tailers because of their competitive pricing, fast flow of new styles, speedy delivery, extensive sizing options, and trend-led, influencer-inspired clothing. TikTok, for example, is a breeding ground for aspiring influencers who have shaped their entire online identity around the promotion of excessive garment consumption, already facing a great deal of criticism towards the inherent lack of awareness about ethical issues within its community. It's recently seen a dramatic boom in the use of hashtags like haul and online shopping addiction. Clothing that's made in a more ethical, local way is often a lot more expensive, and consumers can consequently feel priced out of being able to make that moral decision. To be honest, that last one is relatively understandable, particularly in the middle of a pandemic in which young people are struggling to find work and generate a healthy income. For many, fast fashion is about convenience, availability, and price. According to a survey, in spite of the growing demand for eco-friendly clothing, particularly among Gen Z, less than a third of consumers are willing to pay more for such products. While sustainably made garments are becoming more popular, sustainable brands are on the expensive side, which can deter consumers from wanting to buy things at face value, even if it means companies aren't exploiting people and planet to ensure low prices and quick turnaround. Ultimately, what consumers most want to see is change coming directly from the brands themselves. Given the apparent disconnect between Gen Z and millennials being referred to as woke generations on a mission to save the planet yet still buying into fast fashion, it certainly looks like it's up to the industry for as long as it manages to stay afloat, to ensure that every single purchase is an ethical one. Especially because 9 in 10 Gen Z consumers, regardless of the fact that price continues to drive their decisions, believe companies have a responsibility to address social and environmental issues. Yes, it's difficult to break the current cycle of consumption at a time when people feel an underlying pressure to follow the latest trends and wear what's hot according to their favourite influencers. But in addressing society's behavioural issue with consumerism and the underlying notion that we constantly need to buy, we just might begin challenging the idea that new is always better and set in motion genuine, sustainable change. So, the next time you consider a knock-off version of one of Kylie Jenner's outfits an absolute steal, remember that if a brand new dress only costs a tenner, there's probably an unpalatable reason why. I've actually forgotten how to finish these. Shall I have a quick gander at a previoso? Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this, you can read more about the topic on our... Okay. That's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, you can read more about the topic on thread.com. And don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and a follow on social media. Bye! Okay, I literally am gonna have to move because my... my legs are still so numb. I'm not gonna be able to walk for days. Hope you like my singing, Elliot. It's all for you.